Two people buy the exact same car, same model, same color. One pays $38,000. The other pays $24,000. 5 years later, the person who paid less has actually spent more money. Sounds impossible, right? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which option makes the most financial sense. This isn't about opinions or emotions. We're not talking about that new car smell or how exciting it feels to drive a brand new vehicle off the lot. We're looking at the real numbers: depreciation, financing, insurance, maintenance, repairs, and resale value. Same budget, same ownership period, one winner decided entirely by the math. Let's start with depreciation. It's the largest cost most people never think about. The moment you drive a brand new car off the dealership lot, it loses a significant portion of its value. Within the first 3 years, many new cars lose nearly half of what they originally cost. A 3-year-old used car has already gone through that painful drop. Someone else absorbed the biggest financial hit, and you're buying after the value has stabilized. Right away, used cars gain a strong advantage.
Now, here's a quick question for you. Have you ever bought a car and watched its value drop faster than you expected? Let me know in the comments by typing new or used. It'll be interesting to see which side wins. Next comes financing. Many people focus only on the monthly payment instead of the total cost. Imagine financing a new car for $38,000 over 5 years at around 6.5% interest. The monthly payment is roughly $745, and you'll pay thousands in interest. Compare that with financing a $24,000 used car at a slightly higher interest rate of 7.5%. Even with the higher rate, the payment is much lower, and you'll spend substantially less in total interest. Lower purchase price beats a slightly higher interest rate almost every time.
But this is where new cars fight back. A brand new vehicle usually includes a manufacturer warranty covering major repairs for several years. That protection can save you thousands if something goes wrong. Buying a used car without a warranty always carries some risk. A single major repair, like replacing a transmission, can wipe out a large portion of the money you saved up front. That's why certified pre-owned vehicles deserve attention. They combine much of the depreciation savings of a used car with extended warranty coverage, giving buyers a solid middle ground. Then there's insurance, a cost many buyers underestimate. Insurance companies don't simply look at what you paid, they calculate how much it would cost to replace your vehicle. Since a brand new car costs more to replace, insurance premiums are usually much higher. Over 5 years, the difference can add up to several $1,000s. That's money that could have gone toward a vacation, investments, or a healthy emergency fund instead of insurance premiums.
Maintenance tells a slightly different story. During the first few years, new cars generally require very little beyond routine oil changes and scheduled service. That's a genuine advantage. Used cars inherit someone else's maintenance history, which is why it's essential to inspect the vehicle before buying. A professional pre-purchase inspection and complete service records can dramatically reduce your risk. Interestingly, many vehicles between 3 and 5 years old are actually in one of the least expensive maintenance periods of their lives. They've already taken the depreciation hit, but they often haven't reached the stage where major components begin to fail. That makes this stage of ownership surprisingly affordable. Now comes the twist most buyers never notice. Imagine both owners sell their cars after 5 years. The person who bought the new car now owns an 8-year-old vehicle that has continued to lose value throughout those years. The person who bought the 3-year-old used car also ends up selling an 8-year-old vehicle. The difference is that they bought after the biggest depreciation had already happened and sold after riding the much flatter portion of the depreciation curve. Their ownership costs remained significantly lower because they avoided the steepest financial loss.
When you total everything, purchase price, depreciation, financing costs, insurance, maintenance, and repairs, the numbers become very difficult to ignore. The used car
ends up costing far less over the same ownership period, giving it a clear victory in this comparison. Of course, there are situations where buying new actually makes sense. If you plan to keep the vehicle for 10 years or longer, the depreciation becomes less important because you're spreading that cost over a much longer period. Buying new can also be worthwhile if you truly need the latest safety technology, or if you qualify for promotional 0% financing, which removes one of the biggest financial advantages used cars normally have. In those situations, a new car can become the smarter financial decision. So, how should you decide? Ask yourself 3 simple questions. First, how long do you realistically plan to keep the car? If it's less than 5 years, used usually comes out ahead. Second, can you qualify for 0% financing? If so, the numbers change considerably. Third, do you have at least $1,500 to $2,000 set aside for unexpected repairs? If not, a certified pre-owned vehicle with warranty coverage may be your safest option.
The dealer's job is to sell you a monthly payment. Your job is to understand the total cost of ownership. Once you know the real math, you're making the decision instead of letting the dealership make it for you. So, what's your verdict? Would you buy new or used? Let me know in the comments below. If this video helped you avoid an expensive mistake, consider subscribing. In the next video, we'll compare leasing versus buying, and the numbers there are even more surprising. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.